back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Michelle. If you are not new here, then welcome back. Um, Today I wanted to share 10 powerful self-care ideas to boost your motivation. I have my notes in front of me. Let's dive in. I want to share ideas that I've been doing when I go through a rough time or I'm just having certain things going on in my life where I'm I'm not motivated, I'm not feeling good, self-esteem is a little low. We all go through those moments. And I wanted to just share some of the things that get me out of my head, back into my body, back ready to get moving. And I just wanted to be like you and I are chatting. It doesn't have to be super formal, but we're here. And a lot of the times when I'm talking to people, they're just like, I could be going through a hard time, but baby, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep moving. I'm gonna keep doing what's great for me. So I just wanted to share some of the things that I do when that's going on. Number one, morning rituals for a positive start. I have since early on, I had a death in the family as well as I went through a divorce. I legit said, I have to start doing things consistently every day to get myself out of these super sad, low moments. And one of those things that I did was create morning rituals. My morning rituals are usually just to wake up, that is, I put my feet on the ground, write down things that I'm grateful for. I open the blinds in my house. I let in fresh air. I go outside for a second. Those are just some of the things that I do. I might make coffee for myself, or sometimes I might skip the coffee and just go for a walk. But these are definite things that I do in my day to get started. And it makes me feel really motivated to start the rest of the day. Even today, I was a day that I could sleep in a little longer, but I still run through those rituals, parts of them, no matter what, because after my walk today, I came in, I made lunch, I showered, I did all of those things. And now I'm like, let's film the video because I'm ready, I'm motivated, I feel good. And I've done all the things to make myself feel successful in the morning. Number two is nourishing your body. I just talked about, right? And number one is just part of my ritual is nourishing myself. Sometimes when we get down on ourselves or things are going on in our lives, we start to eat junk food, we don't eat, or we overeat. And I just feel like when you give yourself healthy, nourishing meals, that treats your body so good. That is a form of self-care. Number three, engaging in physical activity. Do you notice how these things actually play into my number one, which was morning rituals? Because I like to do something physical with my body early in the day. It could be later in the day for you if you prefer to work out at night, but engaging in physical activity, it has so many great benefits for your body. You know what exercise does for you. It gives you endorphins and just gets your mind clear, and you really can focus on yourself. Working out for me is a form of self-care, and it could be yoga, it could be Pilates. I loved kickboxing. Sometimes I just walk. Walking is wonderful, has many great benefits for your body. And I also love to run. So sometimes I'll walk a little bit, then I'll run, but also it just gets me so motivated, focused, and ready to start my day. Number four, embracing mindfulness. It's super important sometimes when we get into our heads to overthink, to really just to overthink, to stress ourselves out about things that have happened or things that are not even have even happened. So things in the future. And I just think it's really important to embrace mindfulness of some sort, which is just meditating, which is finding unique ways to bring yourself back to your current reality. One of the things that I do when I get into my head is is sometimes I just straight up tell myself that already happened. It's over. And that brings me right back to the point of now. And then when I'm thinking too much in the future, I just have to remind myself that hasn't even happened. Like, how many of us sit here and create crazy scenarios in our heads? Like, I can't be the only person. It's impossible. We all do it. I like to stay mindful. I'm trying to. I've gotten lots of messages about meditating this week. So I am going to add meditation in because, like I said, when things are going really emotional, sometimes we just need to. I know we want to run around and do everything to like skirt the feeling of it, but we really do need to just be mindful. Just actually sit, rest, not think, read, just come back to ourselves, because it's super important for self-care to be mindful. And sometimes that's just to be still and do nothing. Number 5, create a relaxing self-care sanctuary. Let's just say right now you're in my new self-care sanctuary corner of my room. And when I'm in the bedroom, I tend to not really watch TV. The last couple nights I fell asleep in here with the TV on, and it's woken me up in the middle of the night. And I don't like that because I'm up. Once I'm up. My body's like, let's go. So it could be 2:00, it could be 5:00. Yesterday, it was 2:00. I've been up since 2:00. And you see, I'm highly functioning. So I want to get all my sleep time in. Then I need to make sure not to watch TV in here. Before, I've not had a TV in my bedroom. This is the newest time. I call myself trying to catch stuff. I fall asleep on it immediately. But I do use it to play tunes and music when I'm in here, but I've created this little comfy, cozy corner where I sit, I read, I light a candle, I have some tea. It's really my own personal space. I suggest that everyone creates a space, even if it's just a teeny tiny space, where you can go, relax, do the things that you like to do. If it's not reading for you, maybe it's something else. It's definitely for me chilling, curling up with my little blanket, and just relaxing. The last time I did that, I'm telling you, I probably read 2 pages in my book. Barely. Like, I was struggling. I fell asleep in 5 seconds. So that's how I know my cozy corner is best for self-care, because like I said, most of the time I need to go to sleep. Number 6, the power of disconnecting. When I tell you, sweeties, honeys, loves, friends, my phone is on do not disturb all the time. I think people think I'm playing. I'm not. It's in the middle of the day. It's whenever. I'm not a big scroller on any social media. I just don't like to do it. So most of the time when I go in there, it's not interesting because I'm looking at stuff from 3 or 4 days ago. I watch people's story. Like, every now and then I pop back in, I might watch a story, but then I'm out. And I do that sometimes because there's so much information just coming at you all day long. You should buy this. You should look at this. Like, you feel this way. You shouldn't feel this way. Toxic. Like, it's all like this. There's no way that is good for yourself, your mind, your imagination, your creativity, if that's happening all day long. So I try to disconnect. I have a time in the afternoon when I need to get work done, when I need to plan these videos, when I need to film other content, that I can't have the outside world coming into that. So my phone has a do not disturb during this time. At night, I don't even scroll at night because I want to catch like my little shows and stuff, which is part of like my self-care. So find some power yourself into learning how to disconnect from those apps on your phone, those pesky things that take away from the way you feel, your self-esteem, just making you spend money that you really ain't supposed to be spending. Look, get off of there. Disconnect. Connect back to you, because that's super important. Number 7 is cultivating creative outlets, which is what I was just talking about a little bit. When I'm feeling like I need to be creative and like put myself into my creative projects, I'm not online, but finding things that you love to do, is really great for your self-care. It does not have to be something that you intend to make money from, or anything. Like, just say you like gardening, then like make time to go outside and garden. If you like to do puzzles, one of mine. Like, puzzles, there's no way I can really do anything else when I'm doing it. I turn on music, I have a glass of wine, I sit there. It's a way to use my brain in a different way than I do when I'm being creative. And it's beautiful. There's so many beautiful puzzles. Like, I love to do them. Find things that are creative outlets for you. That could be painting, writing music, listening to music. There's infinite ways to be creative. So when I hear people say, I'm not creative, I'm like, I bet you are. I bet there's something that you did in your childhood that you love to do, to create, when you weren't worried about what other people would think about it. Dive into that. Do those things for self-care. Number 8. Yeah. Prioritizing quality sleep. I wish. Okay. I'm trying my best. Like, I'm trying my best. The way that I do try to prioritize quality sleep is that I do try to like make sure I have dinner done by a certain time. I'm showered, maybe take a little of my CBD, and then I'm relaxing, I'm vibing. And that for me is a part of self-care. No problem falling asleep. We're working on this staying asleep, but on the chance that I do get a full night's sleep, that is wonderful. I wake up feeling so great, so motivated to start my morning routines, and I'm just ready to get the day flowing. Sleep is going to be a part of your self-care. It's a part of weight loss. It's a part of everything. Quality sleep makes sure that like we're gravy, okay? We're A-okay to start our day. Number 9 is connecting with nature. Nature, walking outside for me is like a meditation. I've started recently to like turn off my earbuds. Baby, the birds be chirping. The birds they're outside having full conversations, flying, having a great time. I also love to, during certain parts of my day, if I've been at the computer too long, to like take a break, go outside. I have like a little umbrella in my backyard. I like to go out there. I like to sit, warm up, because being in the house is kind of cold and you forget that it's like warm outside. So I definitely go outside, spend time in nature. Last week or so, I did a garden project, pulled up the weeds, did all that, got itchy, child, like, and dirty. But being in nature, I feel like connects me back to source, connects me back to God, spirit, universe. And I just feel so grounded. So sometimes, listen, I'm an air sign, double. I'm a Gemini and an Aquarius rising, Gemini sun, Aquarius rising. I have Libra in my chart, like, child, in the air, like always up in here, always in my head. I have to come back down and connect with nature, go outside. It, like I said, if I feel like it connects me with everything that I need to connect, and it's just a wonderful way for me to like unwind or get my day started. I'm gonna start incorporating some evening walks here. Maybe that'll help with my sleeping. We're gonna see. Last but not least, number 10, that's so important for our self-care, great for boosting your motivation, is practicing self-compassion. I was actually talking to a friend this morning, and they were just telling me that like they're just kind of feeling down on themselves and like not feeling motivated, not knowing what to do. So this video is kind of right on time. But practicing self-compassion is so important. I think we always give it to others, like I was giving earlier, like just things I thought that this person should just take in mind. But we always give self-compassion to other people and we don't even think to give it to ourselves. How many times have you beat yourself up, but then like a friend calls and tells you the exact same story and you're like, friend, like it's gonna be fine, it's okay, take a day, like take a beat, you don't have to do everything all at once. And then your friends are like, you're right. So I urge people that when they're talking to themselves in a wild way, it's just take a beat, take a moment, and ask yourself, what would I say to somebody else if they were going through this? And then say it to yourself. And I tell people all the time, like all the time, be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with your heart. Be gentle with your mind. We're all learning. We're learning new stuff every day. Like we're going through so much, but the best self-care is the self-care that you give to yourself. Practice self-compassion. We're all learning new stuff. Like this is new. This is Child, Alexa is always trying to get me to buy something. Alexa's always trying to get me to do something. I'm ignoring Alexa. But give yourself some self-compassion. Like ask yourself, like, what would I say to a friend? That's like the best prompt. It's like, what would I say to a friend if they were going through this? So those are just 10 powerful self-care ideas that could boost your motivation, boost your creativity, boost your self-esteem, boost how you feel about yourself. We're all about self-care over here. If you've listened to any episodes of the Real Talk with Michelle podcast, they're all about the ways that we treat ourselves and the ways that we can be better and show up in the world. And I like sharing things about what I do because that's what a lot of people ask me about. That's just like, how do you stay so happy? How do you stay so joyful? And those are just some of the many ways that I do that. And those are like basic starts. Pick one. You don't have to do all 10. Get a sheet of paper. Start this from the beginning. Listen to it again. Write down just one that you want to start with. The one I would urge you to start with, but you don't have to, but I'd urge you to, would be the morning rituals for a positive start, because a bunch of those already fit into there. Start your day the way you want to end your day. And I end my day just as peacefully as I would end a morning. So thank you so much for tuning into my channel. Again, just make sure, like, subscribe, tell a friend, help me grow the channel. Thank you so much. I'm grateful.